lot of the chemical applications, trying to actually get almost rid of them if we can. And like last week, Graham came down to our Victory Garden and released a bunch of beneficial insects.
Oh,
so he released 3 different types, and we're trying to control different, like whitefly, for example, is one of our pests down there that we're trying to get rid of. We've tried a couple oil sprays and soap sprays. You know, we're all organic down there. Not really working that well because the population is just booming, and we just have so many different cycles in their life stages that, you know, if we do get rid of the adults, the eggs pop up, or the nymphs, you know, take over and create a whole new population. So he released a specific insect, beneficial insect, that will attack the whitefly. So we're going to try to get a balance. You know, if we have a little bit of whitefly, that's okay. If we have the natural predator in the area to take care of it, balance it out, have it, you know, nature do its own thing, that's ultimately what we're going for. So, a little bit about Graham, who you've already met. But yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah.
He's great.
So, and can you tell us anything about the trees that we're supposed to be finding? So there's the
War Memorial Oak, the Scarlet Oak, and the Japanese Cedar.
Okay,
Is this the Japanese cedar here? It is one.
They are.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what the background about it is. What do you guys have?
Our mission really is stories are waiting to be told. Use our surroundings to develop tales inspired by one of the trees in your list. Get your story out there for the wider world to view, respond to, and be inspired by. So the theme is called Trees of Significance.
Okay.
So I think they must have some significance.
Well, the War Memorial Oaks definitely do. For example, on the northeast side, on the corner, we have 3 large oaks. There's one that does not have a placard yet. We're waiting to get that put in place. But what one of our colleagues did, actually our supervisor, is he got soils from, don't quote me on this, but probably like 15 different war sites, and had them you know, brought over here. They were, you know, it was quarantined. It was run through security checks, and I think probably sterilized even. So we're not importing any new diseases. Yeah, basically what he had was different war vets come over, and they took these little vials of soil from all over the world, these different war zones, and they would dump these little vials of soil into a wheelbarrow, mix them up, and then they each had a chance to throw a shovelful around this oak. So it's not a specific oak from war grounds, but it has all the soils from around the world. But we do have other oaks that are coming from like an area of Trail of Tears. It was collected. One is coming from, is it Antietam? I would have to look at my notes. I don't know. There's 4 different oaks on the north side, 4 different wars. One's from Gettysburg, I believe. One's Trail of Tears. Manassas, I think. Not Antietam. I think it's Manassas Battlefield. And the other one I don't know. But those are oaks actually growing on that property that have been dug up and planted here. So,
And do you share that information with you know, the museums? Is there any way that visitors can, you know, get that information and feel connected to, you know, the sharing of the soil and things like that?
soon, as soon as we get signage up, then visitors will be able to know what those trees are. Signage is, it's a long process here, because it's got to first go through the horticulture division, get approval all the way up the chain, and then once we get that far, then we bring it to this museum, because we're not stationed in this. Our offices are actually off-site. So then we bring it here, and we got to present it here, and have it go through everybody up on the 5th floor here to get approval. You know, we ultimately one cohesive look throughout. I don't know if there is an agreement yet of what that look should be. We're in the process of starting some master plan ideas for the landscape. So eventually that will be done. Hopefully sooner than later.
Yeah.
But each tree we want to have a sign explaining exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of work already done on it. One of our volunteers has been working on it and getting ideas for the material to use for the signs. I mean, you got to go into the material used, where you can get graffiti off the easiest, you know, something that doesn't reflect all that much. I mean, it's you got to think of every little angle.
Sure.
Yeah.
Something that's going to last, not weather, not have you know,
Very
sun
different
damage.
being outside than it is in the museum.
Yeah, yeah. And ultimately, we want to have a similar look, indoor and outdoor.
Absolutely.
So people can make that connection, even if it's not conscious. It's, you know, it's just like, oh yeah, it's familiar from the outside. So, you know, it just makes them feel a little more comfortable with
And
how
I
to
think
navigate.
Part of our mission, this is what Cindy was telling us, that because you don't, it's not like people come to see a museum that is like art, you know, like they walk through or they see things, but that's why us as teachers, we want to make connections. Like we want to bring that to our students and help you use that as
Bring it to
learning,
life,
because
yeah.
sometimes it's taken, a lot of times take it for granted.
Yeah. I
So
think that's such an amazing story about the,
that's
the War
awesome.
Memorial Oak, and how does that information get out unless we stick with you? You know, so how is that being communicated? Is it anywhere on the web that we could find that, or
Not yet.
not yet?
It's still all
waiting.
new.
It's still.
Now you have a group of
It's in the
teachers
process.
that are inspired to put it out there. We're going to bring our kids and tell them the story.
Yeah, but that's where we want to get to. You know, signage for one, two, to get it on our website,
Yeah.
and you know, even have virtual tours, which would be fantastic, and also to get it on American History's website. Yeah, so they all interlink.
Yeah.
We will do blogs periodically about the Victory Card, and those will pop up on American History's OSA Can You See blog.
Okay.
And those will be little articles and pictures and connect with what we're doing then.
Great. Yeah. Thank you so much, guys.
So much.